This is KPIX 5 Breaking News.
I'm Ken Bafsida in the KPIX 5 newsroom, and we have some breaking news tonight. Just moments ago, the USGS reports a magnitude 4.5 quake struck near Pleasant Hill.
That's right. I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. A 2.5 quake hit just before the 4.5 tremor. There are actually two earthquakes here. Viewers have been calling in. They're saying that they have reported feeling this in the East Bay, as far out as Vacaville, the South Bay, also all the way out to the peninsula and across the city of San Francisco. The East Bay, of course, getting the biggest shake.
That's right. We felt it here in San Francisco at our KPIX 5 studios here on Battery Street. It was widely felt in the city, up into the North Bay as well. A 4.5 at one point. USGS had it at 4.7. They're still adjusting that number right now. We're waiting for more data to come in. No reports of any injuries right now. No reports of any damage, although some people did call in saying that some stuff fell off their bookshelves and some rattling. We had some rattling in the hallway here and downstairs in the newsroom as well.
We're actually joined live right now. We have Amy on the phone. She's with USGS. Amy, are you with us?
I am.
Do you have an official number for us?
Right now, it's still preliminary because that's still being reviewed. And we do have a 4 or 5, as you said just a minute ago. It's our most recent magnitude. And for now, I believe it looks like that might be human reviewed at this point from our collaborative network in the region there. So.
And what was the epicenter, Amy?
We have it right about Pleasant Hill.
Is there a known fault in that area that we might be able to talk about for a moment?
At this point, I don't know exactly which fault that may have occurred on. It's a little early. We're still doing some early analysis on that, but it's possible. I mean, this certainly is, a known seismic area. It's just a matter of exactly which one that was on and verifying the location a little bit better.
I know that you guys run a pretty active website too. Have you had any reports from people on the site reporting any kind of injuries or damage?
We basically learn more about their if it was felt and how intensely, and we do have a number of responses there coming from the San Francisco Bay Area overall. Already we have close to 200 responses and probably more are coming. And most people are saying that it was felt what we consider as a moderate shaking, intensity 5 and less, of course closer at the epicenter. And as you said, we would expect the very type of quote-unquote damages that are occurring with things falling off of counters and shelves and cabinets, falling off walls, maybe some light cracks in foundations and sidewalks and streets and such, but nothing terribly damaging, hopefully.
And Amy, what was really interesting about this is we felt two quakes. They felt as though they almost occurred simultaneously. We know that one was less than a 3.0 magnitude. The other one, as you were saying, 4.5 in Pleasant Hill. Do you know anything about the other quake?
Let me just check. That's actually the first I saw of that one. It may be that was being worked on separately because of the way that works. But let me just see if... I have one from about, 10 minutes before that at a 2.5, but I don't see one yet being worked as showing that on our network. But that may be something that North California network has.
So the 2.5 occurred in relatively the same area? Is that what you're showing?
Yeah, about 10 minutes prior.
Okay. All right. So just to recap, Amy, thank you. Amy's with USGS. We appreciate your time. Just to recap, we had a couple of earthquakes in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes here in the Bay Area. A 2.5 magnitude followed about 10 minutes later by a 4.5 magnitude, all in the same general area in Pleasant Hill.
Yeah, we've been getting lots of calls into the newsroom, seeing a heavy response on Twitter, also Facebook, all over social media. We're going to continue to follow this. Obviously, we're going to bring you more information as we get it. Don't forget to stay with us here on KPIX 5 for all the latest. We're going to be back with you on the air with the news at the top of the hour.
All right, Shalom Akim, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yah, Bashem Shai, Bashem Rakakadash, double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow Akim out there pushing out this word in true sincerity. It's your brother Kanak, doing a quick in-transit lesson, and basically I want to speak about earthquakes and how earthquakes are increasing, and that's a sign that we're at the end of this thing. We're at the end of the world. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're at the end of our captivity. And one thing the Lord let us know what was going to happen in the last days were earthquakes. Now, the Bay Area been experiencing multiple earthquakes within the last week or so. Yesterday, there was a 4.5 magnitude earthquake. A little later in the evening, and I experienced it. You know, I was pretty much close to the epicenter of the earthquake, and I remember sitting down, and I was on a couch, and then it just the whole house starts shaking. As soon as it starts shaking, I start praising the Lord, you know, and then I put up prayers for protection also, you know, because, you know, those earthquakes, they can do a lot of damage. And you don't know what magnitude they are. It wasn't that big, but it was enough for a lot of the portion of the Bay Area to feel that earthquake, 4.5. So that's another sign that we're at the end of this place, okay? Let me read the scripture. Like I said, I'm not going to make this quick. It's just about, you know, these earthquakes increasing. Okay, this is at 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I told you before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes. So earthquakes are part of the signs that the Lord left us to let us know that he's visiting the world. Okay, he's visiting this place, and earthquakes are not something, okay, that are there just, it's just an earthquake. No, it's no big deal. These things are big deals because they do a lot of damage. They can kill people. Okay, many people die because of earthquakes. Depending on how severe the earthquake is, all right, they can you know, rock whole buildings. You know, they could demolish whole buildings. People can be crushed under the weight of all the buildings because of these earthquakes. Let me continue. So it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, these two things are happening simultaneously with each other. Okay, Ecuador, they're going through all out war. You have the police going against the military. You have the military protecting the protesters from the police. All right, there is a curfew that's being implemented. Okay, out there in Iraq, the French protests, the Haitian protests, these things are actually happening simultaneously with each other, which symbolizes that we're at the end. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, so the end is manifest right now. And how do we know that? Well, we know that through the signs that the Lord has given us. And one of those signs were earthquakes. So you're going to see more earthquakes pop up. And the scriptures say earthquakes in diverse places. So there's going to be earthquakes in different places with, you know, varying scales of magnitude. You know, so that was pretty much it. I might put the video that I was watching in post-production. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Until next time, shalom to the lake.